Yes, we are live. Hello. I am so happy we're live. We're live. I can see myself over here. I can see you over here. Okay, I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes so we can start. Is my this is my life. Exit the invisible script. So, I'm just going to wait for a couple of you to join and let me know in the comments when you're live. Okay, can you hear me? Yes, 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 yes. What does um Hey, I can see you now. I'm trying. Hi. I am so happy you guys are here. You say yes. You say yes. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes with you here. I want to know where you're from. What like your name? I want to read you in the comments cuz I told you once. We're going to do this together. We're not going to do this alone. I can read you over here your comments. Can you see me? Technology, guys. It's okay. I need you to write me in live chat. Now I can see you guys. Okay, now I can see you. Okay, we're ready to go. Hi. Oh, I can see you. Hi, Alva. I am so happy to have you all here. This is this is like a new momentum for my life, and I am so happy that I can honor and be next to you in this journey. So, I want you to write in the comments name, where you from, what brings you here. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Okay, we're going to dive in completely into this because I want you to take these 90 minutes completely for yourself. I want to know what you guys are doing, what you guys are like navigating right now in terms of, oh, I'm doing this in my room with my journal, or I'm doing it while I'm driving. Like, I want you to write them in the comments. Where are you now doing this? Because I am so ready to give you every little detail so you can, shift the script and exit that. I'll promise you. Right here. Give me 1 second. Technology. Okay, we're ready. Are you ready? Because I am ready. Can you hear me good? Can you see me good? Can you see the presentation right now? Comments yes, so I know exactly that you guys are ready. I know it's a little bit delay. Okay. Team, are we good? Everything is good? Yes. Making dinner good. You're going to love this. You are going to love this. My team, just write me down and everything. It's okay. So I can see it. New York. Oh my God. I love New York, Jackie. I really, really love New York. Okay, let's go in. I'm all in. If you're ready, I am ready. Okay. So if you don't know me, or if this is the first time that you actually are here, I am so happy you take this 90 minutes of your day because I've created this Exit Invisible script today because I've noticed, and I did it. I'm telling you this based on my own experience. For so many years, I was in the hustling culture. You force, you do the change, but we're women, right? We are not wired as a man. So basically, I don't want you to force to change something or fixing yourself. It's about understanding. That's the first step of this, to understand what's been shaping your life completely, like from the inside. And if you stay until the end, I'll promise you, I'll I'll give my name on it, that you gain the clarity to know what's been blocking your expansion and why change without you feeling safe never gonna last. Never. That's why you try something, then you go back. You try something, you go back. You're what is it? I'm gonna give you every information that I've integrated in my life. So you're exactly where you need to be. Okay? So this is not gonna be like another motivational speaking, like you can do this and this is a strategy. This is about your life. And I created this to help you to understand what is that part of you that is shaping you. And this is something that really happened to me. You gain clarity when you actually know what is the block. What is the thing that is blocking your expansion? And why, when you feel like, oh, I'm healing, I'm doing this meditation, I'm doing the journal, the therapy, I'm doing all this stuff, and you feel like it's never good enough. And why you feel like you're forcing to change without feeling saved. So, this is the first thing. This is not for you to feel the pressure. This is your rhythm, step by step. And yes, this is the work that many women have paid for. And you're going to receive this freely from me. Because one of the mission in my life is for you to stay connected to yourself. So what we're going to do here, in order for us to like use this 90 minutes like very intentionally, you are going to share every question that you have in the comments, because I want to help you individually. So if you give me your name, why you're in this live, I will know the exact thing that is blocking you so I can help you to get out of that funk. Okay? Use this time wisely. My team is here. So anything you need, link, WhatsApp group, my team is here to answer every question, any question you have. They're here with me because we have a big mission today. The clarity to know what's it's blocking you in your life and how to get out of that invisible script that you created and you didn't even know what it is. So we'll answer any questions you have at the end. So please, while I'm doing this, please write it down. Write it down, the questions, and then at the end, we just can't go back. Okay? And share where you're joining from. New York, I want to know what other parts of you guys are from. Making the dinner and rocking my baby. You are my idol, Jackie. You are my idol. Okay, so this is important. Anything you hear about me, anything that I'm saying, I want you to notice what resonates and what's not. Okay? Because this work that I'm doing, it's because of my lived experience, what I've been navigating in my life, and I'm bringing it to you. So maybe a couple things resonates with you. Maybe another things won't. So women whose lives looks fine but feel tight was me. And that's a question that I want to ask you. I look perfect outside. Everything looks amazing. And then right now you're like in this funk. It looks good, but it doesn't feel good. So emotional clarity, change decision. When you are very clear on what's the block of the emotion, you can make new decisions and they stay with you. Safety ends repetition. It's like when you're doing something, oh, I'm not constant. Really? You don't feel safe. That's the main core. And alignment removes any self sabotage. Like, I'll promise you, you feel like, Lisa, how do you do it? This is the way. And I want to show you not only me, but the women that I've been worked with done the work. Are you ready? Because I'm going to show you.
How did you
this
feel
testimonial. Let me
before
know if you
joining
can
the
actually
program?
hear it.
Emotionally, mentally, internally.
Before I started the program, I was in a time of my life that I feel completely like hopeless. Like I know everything I wanted to, but I didn't know where to start, how to do it, or the confidence to achieve all the goals that I have for myself.
What was happening in your life that made you say, I need a support?
I think like we think we can do everything for ourselves, but it is not possible. Like you always need somebody else. And finding Lisaura, it was like that little push that I need of confidence to start doing what I know that I need to do. And also like have the structure, how to do everything step by step, more organized. That was something I was missing, organization and confidence in myself.
What was the hardest part about deciding to join?
I think it was the fear to try something new, or not even something new. Like I tried so many things and trying another one, but it was like me, the fear of me not doing like what I was learning, like applying all the things that I learned with Lisaura and applying on real life, because there's nothing if you try something but you don't put the effort and start doing the things that you learn.
What was the first thing that started to change in you during the program?
It was to acknowledge some traumas that I was bringing from my mom's sides, like taking this seriously and listening to everything and applying made me realize a lot of the fear that I bring, it's not something that was a fear from myself. It was a fear from the way that I was raised, from my mother, my dad, the problems they have, that it wasn't my issues, but I was carrying all that weight with me.
So, you hear that? I want to see you in the comments. Do you hear exactly right now? Because they feel safe, they can actually be themselves. And that's one of the things that I work with my clients, because this is the thing that you learn. Women stop blaming themselves. You stop blaming yourself because you don't know what you don't know. And blaming, it's a mechanism that you created to survive. So patterns finally make sense. Make sense to you, and I'll show you the patterns, and we're going to do a couple of exercises so you can navigate this. The inner trust of yourself returns. So you're like, I'm not motivated. I know I'm aligned. Decisions feel calm, and change finally becomes natural. And why am I doing this? Can you see this picture? Can you see my eyes? My soul was out of my body. That picture was in 2017, 2018. That was the year when my mom died. And that was the moment that I experienced the cost of confusion. I didn't know how to get out of the funk. I tried to do motivation and do like trying to find ways that I were out of myself. And I blame myself when nothing was wrong, because I searched for answers without feeling safe outside of myself, in relationships, in work, and nothing even changed inside of me. But outside of me, it looks that I was really good, right? And learning about safety changed my life completely. Because if I knew what I'm going to tell you now, if I had access, it would save me years of that phase, of that glimpse. I was sad. I was depressed. I look at that and I just feel that I needed these three things that changed my life. I did it like slowly. I'm telling you, this is years and years of integration, and I'm bringing it to you. I integrated this in three pillars, right? Awareness, I know, reprogram, how to change it, and embodiment. How can I like, this is the new script and this is the new me. You have your script right now, and you've been navigating your life with that script, right? So think about the pillar number one, awareness and emotional safety. How does that look like? So your nervous system, which is, when something happens to you and your body start like boiling, or you're like, I can breathe. That's part of your nervous system's reaction. So when you're aware, the nervous system prioritizes safety, okay? So patterns are learned to protect yourself, and self-sabotage, it's not a failure. You are aware, you lower your resistance because but safety, it's unlocked by movement. So if you think about that, and I've been studying this, and this is part of like why I know this thing and how I embody this part, is like neuroscience shows that nervous system prioritize safety over logic, which makes sense because your decisions are logical, and then you feel not saved. So when rejection happen in your life, when you lose someone or you lose something, or you need when there's like instability in your life, your nervous system, it's used to it. It's adapt to it, because you didn't have that on the early years of your life. You didn't have that. So this is like normal. My nervous system is adapted to not feel safe. It's adapted to feel rejected, lost, instability. So you just run your life based on that. And I'm going to give you, how does it look like? There's 3 steps. 1, recognition. You're aware, right? you noticing that something happened and you react, but you don't judge it. Like, oh, this happened. Okay, I'm not. Just happened. Just that's awareness, right? It means that you understand the emotional, the where it comes from. When I was a kid, I felt every time I was excited and loud and stuff, every time it's like, shut up, like just don't speak that loud, like don't be so intense. And now when I'm like that, and I feel that outside of me, no one is doing anything or saying anything, but I feel in my body that there are little eyes, there are little things that they're judging me. That when that happened to me, I get aware and I'm like, oh, I know where it come from. It come from when I was a kid, this, and how. Okay. So safety is teaching the body this. It's not longer danger. This is that I'm leaving. It's like, okay, I know what's going on. I know where it come from, and I know it's not danger. But what happened in your body is exactly what you need to listen. And when you're aware of that, you can see it, and then you're like, I want to create something different, but I know there's something in it that doesn't let me go to like motivate to another level. And then when I try to do this stuff, something pull me back. So I feel like it's a lack of discipline, or a part of me doesn't feel safe yet. What do you think is the option? A or B? Please write in the comments. I want to see it in the comments. What do you think is it? Something happened? You're listening to your body? Do you feel it's a lack of discipline? Or you feel like a part of me doesn't feel safe yet? And then B. If you choose B, you are already doing the work. You feel like something is going on and you don't feel safe yet. But don't worry. This is just awareness. Just like, okay, now I know I don't feel safe doing this work. I don't feel safe launching this brand. I don't feel safe going for this opportunity. I don't feel safe by dating this person. I don't feel safe. Safety. It's not about discipline because you already done that. You already have your own discipline in your own reality. Okay? So the pillar number 2 is reprogram. Your thoughts are learned. Think about it. This is a computer. Your thoughts reinforce your emotion. If you feel good enough, goes to your emotion, but you feel like you can't, I'm not going to do it. At the end of the day, what's going to happen? It's going to become an emotion. So you're in a dialogue, it's survival based. The way that you speak to yourself is survival based. And it's not about having positive thinking because you're doing the work. It's updating the software. The software is everything. I was doing this example in my social media, and I was saying, what happened if you try to charge your MacBook with a Microsoft charger? It's not going to charge. But if you find an adapter, it will charge. So what you're doing is updating. Same with a computer or your phone. You need to update the latest thing. So your phone will have better performance. You can save more photos. You can have it's faster. That's what you do. So safety creates new choices. And when you think about the 3 steps, I'm thinking, okay, I'm aware. I know exactly what it is. But when I'm thinking of reprogramming, it's when you actually observe without identifying. Someone tells you, that's not what I wanted. I want something better or beautiful or you name it. And then when you feel that you're not aware, you create a narrative that you think you're that thing. I'm never going to be good enough for this person. I'm never going to be good enough for this job. I'm never going to be good enough for this, entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like, but when you are reprogrammed, you see it, that you feel, I feel like I'm not good enough, right? Hey, and then interrupt the script. I feel I'm not good enough. I'm not even going to ask why. The feeling, it's not who I am. It is the reprogram that I have in my head and in my internal, in my nervous system that for years helped me to survive. But right now, when I can see it from outside and be like, nope, I'm not, I am good enough. This is just outside of myself. That has nothing to do with who I am. And your anchor as a safe identity, because you know you're not that. That's something that we need to observe. And then we interrupt the script, and your mind isn't the enemy. Think about it. It's outdated software. This is what we need to do. This is the script. And when you're aware and you make new choices, I want you to respond this in the chat. You can A, silence the voice. Shut up. I'm not doing this. That's ignore. Or B, understand and redirect it. You already know the answer by this point, right? We're not fighting the mind. We are updating it. So when you silence your voice, this is when you start shrinking. This is when you stop recognizing the identity and adapt and shrink and do less. So you are, you know what I mean? So when you understand, I understand this, I cut it right here, right now. I can redirect it. And that's when you're changing the script, and only happen by repetition. And then the pillar number 3, embodiment. Identity sustains change, because identity over motivation. Identity, who I am. It doesn't matter if I'm motivated or not. I know I'm connected. I am aligned with who I am. So you regulate your nervous system over reaction. Oh my God, I'm going to do life. Small daily reinforcement. Small, just a small one. I know in the moment it's really uncomfortable, but I promise you it's because you're breaking and you're shifting that script. So safety becomes portable. It becomes part of like, this is how I'm supposed to feel. This is, and consistency over intensity, which means you became the constant person because you know who you are. You know how to regulate. You use a small daily reinforcement. You feel safe. And then you don't have to be intense. You don't have to be like, every day, time, I have to do. You're like, under stress, humans return to familiar identity. There's no way. There's no way you can move forward by just not doing this, because embodiment makes change sustainable. It's who you are. You already embody a script. What I'm bringing to the table is, what is the script that you want to create? Okay? I want you to respond this, because the pillar number 3, what lasts? What stays? Identity, who I am. I feel safe in who I am. Or just a motivation thing, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. Hey, yes, let's go. You know this. Motivation fades, identity stays. It's who you are. And it's supporter change to last longer. And I'm using facts. I'm using science. I'm bringing studies so you can know this is not something that I've created. It's something that changed people's lives. It changed mine. And as changing mine and seeing the shifting and how amazing my life become by doing this work, I know it can work for you. So neuroscience shows support sustains change. Not doing this alone. Never again we're doing this thing alone, because pressure activates resistance. When you try to like do something like, let's go, your body creates a resistance of, oh my God, I have to do this and I don't want to do it. Your body already had the response. I don't want to do it. You feel in your core, but you said, I have to do it. But safety increases clarity and learning. When you feel safe, you're clear. I want to do this class. I want to do this free class. I want to help women to get out of this script. I'm going to shift that and I'm going to bring it to the table. The hows are going to show up because I'm clear and I feel safe. And I am learning that about myself. Regulation allows new patterns to form. When you regulate, when you're like, I am a person that understands that integrates, that like shift the script, I know everything is in my body. Everything. You're tired, and you know this because the things that makes your life excited and happy gives you clarity. You feel like I'm energized. I feel like, but it's like sustainable energy, and you feel like you're in your rhythm and in your space. But when you have to do something that you don't want because your body is already making a resistance about it, you're tired. You're exhausted. So what I'm saying is integration happens at a personal pace. Your pace, not Lisaura pace, not this, let's do this, let's go, do this every day. Your pace. You're a unique human being. You're a unique woman with unique story, with unique, abilities. So I'm bringing something, and I want to hear a little bit of your stories in the comments because both great. You see? But then now you're trying to like see it. Because now you're understanding where you come from. Now you're understanding part of who you are and why you're doing what you're doing and the way that you're doing it. And this is the part that I want to bring into the table. This is my mentor. And I'm going to take my time with this one because this changed my life. And it's a work that Dr. Joe Dispenza, which is a neuroscience scientist, researcher, and author, he spent years of his life creating these studies. And he left, his neuroscience career to pursue, how this affects your body, the reaction of your nervous system. How does you can reprogram and change your personality by changing the script and creating this, amazing reality. But he said, and I love this, he said, in order to change your personality, you have to change your personal reality. Period. And he wrote, like, you can see this in his books and his meditations. You are the placebo. That's when everything changed, his career and his studies. And he focused in to show people, based on neuroscience and researcher and doing a lot of work with a lot of people, how you can break your habit and being yourself, your identity, the core of who you are. And it was amazing how he did this because in his retreats and his events, he put he measured the brain waves activity to know what happened in your body when you meditate and you go to places that you feel in certain ways, and how you can heal your body by doing this specific work. And then he measures, based on the heart rate variability, he measures how well the nervous system adapts and recovers by this specific. And why I need you to see this, because this research shows a lot of things. And I was like, you know what? I am the girl who doesn't go by doing what other people tell her to do. I'm the girl who embody and try things on a specific time frame to know if it actually works for me. Because that's the thing. When you're doing this stuff, your body reacts in certain ways. But the only time that you can do is like today. You took the time to be like, you know what? I want to know what this invisible script looked like. And when I proved this, and I proved this in 2021, that changed my life completely. Like I was like, I'm another human being. I'm another human being. And the brain and the body, and that's what he talks about in his research, they don't change in survival mode. You cannot change by doing the same thing all over again the same way you do it. Because elevated stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, they're very impaired learning and memory and emotional integration, which means you cannot, in that stress mode, as a woman, stress hormones can, this by this point, can like get you on several roller coasters. But when you think about that, and I want you to see it this way, I want you to see one day in your life, you are on fight or flight. stress. What should I do? And you're like negotiating when the time to pause. And this study shows that states of coherence and nervous system regulation are associated with these things: improve brain wave organization, increase heart brain coherence, greater emotional self regulation, which means what happens in here, what happens in here, create the regulation that you actually need. And it's simple because let's do this exercise. I want you to think about something that makes you very, 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 very joyful. Think about a momentum in your life when you feel like, oh my God, I feel like I was me. Feel like I was ease and I was breathing and I was enjoying. And I remember that time and it feels so good. When you remember, it goes to your body and it goes to your heart. And that's what I need you to understand. This is the roadmap. This is your GPS for living life. But okay, Lisaro, how do I do that? How do I just stay like in that thing that you're saying when I experience my life in survival mode and I've done like a lot of healing work? So change becomes sustainable. And I repeat this like 100 of times, and it's in the presentation like 100 of times because I'm trying to integrate it. If I repeat it a lot, you are going to repeat this forward. So your nervous system feels safe and supported. And I want you to understand this because safety is not a luxury. It's a biological requirement for change. And I need you to understand this, and I want you to read your stories in the comments. When we were kids, we were created in a momentum that logical and thinking and critical thinking was the most important thing. No one teaches us, oh, how do I use my emotions to, or but then when you were a kid, I remember going and sitting that we were living in this little house, and outside I could be like on the floor and look at the sky and see the stars. And it was the time when there were not electricity, which for me was the best time. Every time the electricity was like, there's no light right now, there's not electricity, I was like, I love this because the entire street was in dark and then I could go outside and see other stars. And I remember I started counting the stars, and that is a meditative state. I'm present and I feel saved even if my environment outside wasn't, based on the grown-ups, mentality. But then you use the same way to be present into your life and understand that feeling safe, it's something that you were born with. And for many reasons, and all those reasons, something in your life never feels safe. And I'll give you the example: the way that your parents treat you, the way that people talk to you, the way that there was stress around you. Those are the same systems that you bring to the table. Okay? Those are the same systems you use when you're stressed. In my house, when there was stress, there were two sides of the story: silence, shut up, or screaming. Not like screaming, but like in a specific moment, they were yelling. So how do I grow up? I shut down because that's how I feel safe. Someone is screaming, I just shut down. But if someone is disrespectful, I scream. I'm like, oh, I'm mad. I'm like, so what safety looks to me? That was safe to me. But I have to change my own script. And why this is important for you to understand? Because when safety changed, everything changed for me. And it didn't come from discipline. I know what discipline looks like. Burnout. I burn out myself. Working and hustling and not sleeping and eating horrible and not taking care of this because I didn't know. What I needed is regulation. My system need peace. But what's peace? How does that look like? So understanding this shifted my personal reality completely. I look back and I'm like, I will never make the decision to make new decisions for myself, like getting divorced, closing my agency for 7 years, having a brand agency for 7 years, helping brands. I will change it for another country, moving, you know what I mean? Like having a partner that I remember, and this is like a personal stuff and I want to share with you. I remember I was 8 years old, and the only Disney character that I feel relatable with, it was Pocahontas, right? Look at the color of my skin, right? And she didn't have curly hair, but she was the only one that kind of like represents me. And I remember I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. The spiritual part of the Pocahontas, of believing in, you know, it's like the nature and believing in yourself, and not be scared and accepting the difference. And then John Smith showed up, and I'm like, oh, that's what I want. I was 6, 7 years old, 6, 7 years old. And I look now, and that momentum changed my reality. And that little girl gave me the roadmap into trying to give her the safety that she was looking. Now I got that because my nervous system was driving my patterns completely. And it was, I'm so mad. Ugh. And then I'm like doing stuff that I don't want to do. I'm reacting to life, and I'm shrinking myself because I am doing what society wants me to do. Get a degree, get married. Then what happened when you divorce? I'm out of the script. So I have to create a new script that I didn't see around me. And that's why support create clarity. When you have someone that navigates kind of like things that you navigate to, and you see that person, you're like, how she did that? Because I can't keep doing this way. It gives you the clarity and not the pressure to change something by yourself, because you've doing it for so long. And you're doing so much things for so long. And you're like, okay, you know what? I need something to change my life right now. And in Dispenza's retreat, Joe Dispenza's, which is the one of my mentors, he reduces, he did this retreats all over, United States, and across thousands of people that went to their retreats, they put he could measure based on, do you remember EEG and HRV. He could measure this. Reduces stress markers when participants enter regulator states. So when you're like in state of, it's not like you're, oh my God, you could be like on a mountain and running and feel, oh my God, I feel internally regulated. I feel it's not about pike energy. It's how your body and your nervous system works. So it shows that increased coherence linked to emotional balance and clear decision making. So when you are connected and you're aligned with who you are and you're clear of the identity, you got a better decision making. Like, think about it. When you are doing something that you're very good at it, you feel that everything in your life, it feels like, oh, I know, it feels good. But also the studies reference and his work show, and this is very important because I think all of us navigate this at one point. Chronic stress. This is, for me, stress is the biggest disease ever. We are used to cortisol. Our body, and you can see it, you're bloated, your face, your body is full of cortisol. And that's when you go to vacation and you relax and you go back, you're sick. Because your body's like, where is my stress? I didn't have any stress. So I'm like, I'm going to shut down. Okay. So chronic stress hormones interfere with neuroplasticity. Cannot change your personal reality when you're under stress. And regulator emotional states support the brain's ability to form a new neural pathways. When I started doing this kind of work at the beginning, I was like, oh, this feels so uncomfortable. It was because I was seeing certain path in me. But then when I start integrating and embodying this, my life shift in ways that I thought this is not going to happen. I'm not going to be that person. Then I start seeing the changes in who I was and how confident I was in creating the new reality, because identity shift for me. So when I stopped forcing, oh, I need to do this and I need to, I was in the gym for 2 years before getting real about my body. And it was not about my body. It was about my nervous system. It really helped me. So when I stopped forcing change and started creating safety, my decisions changed. New pathways lie with it. My relationships shifted and my capacity to expand it too. My mentor told me this and I was like, that's true. I remember talking like, okay, let's do like, I was like, but doing an event or like creating experience with women, it's easy for me. And I remember she said, it's easy, but it's like you're running for a series, like when a specific period of time, 5K. When you're running 40K, that's when you're like, ooh, this is another level. And my 4K was moving to another country. That's when my personal reality changed. And that is the woman aligned with the identity of the woman that I created for myself. But that didn't happen by making a decision and then figure out the way. It happened when identity changed and I start creating something that I want to show you guys. Okay, I need you to take a pause because it's going to be so excited. Okay. Team, are you ready? Okay, I got something that I want to share with you. And I came with a party. I came with a party and I want to share with you something. Can you stay with me? Wait. Don't leave me. Okay. So this is the part. Okay, this is the part where I've decided that my mythology was born right there. And it started by neuroscience, my experience, because I prove this. Like, there's nothing that I cannot talk to you about this if I didn't experience, and the emotional safety. And when that actually happened in my life, I knew. I was like, there's got to be a way that I can bring this to other women so they understand what they actually are. And team, I am so nervous about this because this is like a quantum jump, like a quantum leap in my life. And I want to know if you guys are ready to hear what I'm bringing for you so you can do this with me like now. Are you ready? I want to see you in the comments. You got to say you're ready. Okay. My computer, are you ready for it? Only if you say yes, if you're ready, I'm going to pop this. Okay. Let's go. I need you to write it down. Let's go. Are you ready? I want you to, if you stay here, you know you're ready. I know you're ready. Janelle, Christy, you're ready. I am ready. You're going to celebrate this with me. Yes. Let's go. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm going to do this. Okay. I'm going to do this first. Okay. I am so excited to share with you guys this that changed my life. It changed my life completely. If you're here, you know. Okay. You are live seeing how I'm living my dream life. You are here and you're part of it. And I want you to be part of this too, because I know the powerful thing that we can do together. So, I don't know if this is going to happen. Guys, I don't know if this happened. If that's the correct way to do it. Oh my God. This is technology. I can't. Guys, I cannot do this. But okay, I'm going to try it. Wait a second. You're here with me. If you're here with me, okay, should I take this off? Team, I know that we wanted to do this, but it's not going to happen. It's correct. I'm going to do it one time. God, if you want it to pop, please let it be. Yes, God wanted it to happen. So, okay, I'm so excited. So excited to do this with you guys. This is something amazing that I've been creating the past years, and it's a method that I created. It came to me on a very spiritual, powerful journey, and it's a method that I've created to honor the method and to honor the process of changing someone else's life. And her method scarf, if you see it in it, you understand. It's every letter represents self-confidence, capacity, awareness, resilience plus faith. That's my method. That's something that I've created with who I am. And it's a 4-week emotional reprogram experience designed for you. That you're tired of circling the same patterns, even after you heal, therapy, or personal development. And this is something that you will have anything, everything step of the way, and you will see inside 4 guided models with me live. It's going to be like this live, but since it's going to be a specific group of women, it's going to be very private. You're going to have 4 models, and the number 1, you're going to return to you. I promise you, you're going to return to you. The model 2, it's to reprogram your inner dialogue, and we're going to, I've seen it. You've seen Susette's testimonial that changed her entire reality. And then the model 3, it's anchoring your future identity. That's the power with it. And I'll promise you, in the model 4, you're going to become the woman who sustains her life, because you know from the core of your nervous system, from the inside, how we change the script by giving that. So it's going to be a year access to the program. So you're going to have everything on a platform. Team, my team is going to be here sending you the link so you can access directly to the program and you start seeing this method. You're going to have a workbook. We're going to have a VIP platform where we are going to create community, because when you do this with other women, you don't feel alone. You feel supported. So by the end of the program, I promise you this, because I'm your evidence. You're going to feel emotionally safe inside yourself. You're going to trust your inner voice again, and you're going to stop abandoning yourself to please other people. We're going to make decisions from clarity, not fear, nor fight or fly, and you feel grounded while your life expands. And if you think about this is a group that we're going to close doors on Wednesday. Why? Because I need to protect you. I need to protect the container. I need to support you. And when you do like a beat, like you do it with a lot of people, you don't feel like I'm protecting or supporting whoever is entering. And I want to support that. I want to support each woman in the group so she doesn't have to do it by herself. And then now you're making a conscious choices only. And when you think about that, I'm like, okay, Elisaura, I'm going to have you 4 weeks. You're going to be there with me with your energy, with your method. And I feel like you're going to hold my hand. You're going to take me to that, because I'm just shorting the time of years. And we decided to be, you know what? I'm going to give it all. I'm going to give it all because we're launching. We're doing this for the first time. So we add different bonus, right? I'm going to navigate them with you. And I want to know if you're ready. Team, my team, please. That's the link. You got the link over here so you can actually start seeing the life that you wanted in for you. So what do you got? Look at me. That was when I was in DR last year, where I took 70 women and we navigate this journey. It was like a really intense momentum. So we help each other to understand where we come from. The first thing is my aha moments. I do have that. I have these aha moments, and I have it for myself. I journal, I script it, and then I create content and stuff, but I want to have an intimate WhatsApp community created to support you after my emotional shifts begin and after the emotional shifts begin for you, because it's like someone is there every day with you. Every day, I'm going to be there with you. Every day, I'm going to be like, hey, and there was aha moments, heal alone. And it's going to be my daily emotional support, the connection and belonging. And my team is going to be there supporting each time, like every step of your way. Because if I have this for myself, for that Lisaura, God, it will be so different. I felt so alone, dismotivated, and unclear. And I didn't know what I was doing. What was the path that I have to choose? And if I have someone like, hey, I got your aha moments of the day. The value is 127. And then this is what I did. I did it, and I kind of share it in my podcast because I didn't do this before. I got goals, and there's like this internal shifting into money magnet. And money, it's paper. What I'm doing in this, it's a workshop, and it's a focus into shape and heal the emotional relationship you have with money, because money responds to safety, your self-worth, and your permission to do stuff. And I've created this workshop specifically for you so you can navigate your relationship with money, integrate it, cut it. We're going to change it from the identity source, because money is paper. It's about value. What you value, it's what comes from you. And the value is 197. And then this is another one that I'm doing. And you've seen this. Like if you see me on my social media, I share my meditation, my journal, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to create a 4-day feminine manifestation ritual, because I was a masculine energy for so many years that I didn't even know what feminine energy was. I didn't know how it feels to be a woman. And I perform the world doing man work, and I act as a man. And you know how it shows to me? It shows by having, PMS and like hormonal problems, because I became energetically a man. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to create a 4-day feminine manifestation ritual where it's like a ritual to prepare your nervous system and your energy before starting the program. So it's 4 days before starting the program. And I decided this because I want your body to get in the frequency to receive, and the subconscious for expansion. So you don't enter the program from like, oh, I have to do this, and the urgency, and they're waiting for me, or survival mode. I need to get your energy on the channel of feeling safe, on feeling calm, on understanding yourself first, in order for you to be like, I need to open, right? So I can expand. And then, you're gonna love this, I stopped doing one-on-one. I stopped doing those. And I know a lot of women are writing like, I want a session with you. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. This is only in this program, which means you're going to get a private one-on-one integration session with me. And it's going to be at the end of the program. So when you finish, I'm holding you to create the life you want. And it's a very small group of women. Team in the chat, please. There's like amount of women that has to join now in order to get this as a bonus and this. And what I want you to understand is I want to be here for you. And this is a real life decision. This is your next moves. This is your identity embodiment. This is I'm just tired to be in this place. And I'm like, this is it. This is going to move you, and it's going to be consistent. And this is the value. It's $1,695. This is a real value of all that. And today is for $147. It has a meaning in it. And I want to know who is going to join, because we are starting on January 28th, but we're closing on Wednesday 21st. So what are we doing here is that we create an intentionally amount of time, because decision creates clarity. It's when you tell yourself, I waited to feel ready. We talk about it, right? Decision, and then you're ready. Fear, delayed alignment. Fear of not doing this, delayed what you already know who you are. Decision come first. I need this, dude. I got to do this. I got to do this. And everything, I promise you, everything shift after. So what has staying cost you emotionally? Like staying on the same place cost you emotionally, and I want to reach you in the comments. What cost you? To me, it cost your relationship. To me, it cost me who I was, my identity, who I am, because I want to stay in places that were, you know what I mean? But if you think about this, for me and for you, because if you're here, you know that you're exhausted. So for you, it's costing you, you're exhausted to do and be and just get in this same position. The self-doubt, like, what do I do? How do I do it? You're looking outside yourself. The delay of making a decision and the disconnection with who you are. And if you know, I'm going to give you this example, and this is for me is one of the best examples ever. And I want you to comment if you knew this car worth $120,000. You knew this. You're like, I want this car. This car is amazing. But someone offer you 30,000. It's like, okay, this is the amount, but it's $30,000 for you today. You wouldn't hesitate. You would be like, no, like, that's logical. I will find a way because I want that car, right? You buy it because you understand the value. Your value works the same way. When you see it clearly, hesitations disappear completely. So your energy stops leaking in everything and anybody and everybody. So time expands with clarity. This kind of work took me years. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to put it all together. So these girls know they're not alone. This girl knows there's something beyond this script. This girl knows that there's a lie, because choosing yourself helps everyone. Everyone. When I started, my family changed completely. Our dynamics, the way that we speak to each other, the way that we navigate hard situations, the respect, we put boundaries. We create something as a family, and that's something that I'm really, 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 really proud of. How my life changed for myself, when they call like generational trauma, change us as a family. And studies show self-aligned individuals improve any relationships with your friends, with your family. And I promise you, in this process, you are your own priority, okay? You are your own priority. This isn't against anybody. It's for you, and that changes everything. Choice creates movement. You can have 3 options right now. And I want you to honor where you want to stay. You want to stay where you are right now. 2, you can try this. Try alone, slowly, try to find a way, the time that you need. Or 3, enter supported clarity. You can find this in this space, 4 weeks, completely supported every day for 4 weeks. And that's when I want you to ask me the questions. What is that right now? Because I cannot. Okay, where are you? Okay, I don't see you. Okay, you're here. I want you to ask me the questions now. I want you to take the time, because remember this. This is the space that I've created for you to navigate your own path. This is the space that I want you to understand the power of who you are, and what you're doing in your life can shift, because you're in it. If you're here, you're in it. You are in the self-discovery. You're in the process to understand yourself. You are in the process to make new decisions. You are in the process of finding clarity. You're in the process of understand your decisions. You're in the process. And I want you to ask me the questions that you need right now so I can help you to navigate. And if you need support, my team just left you a link, 3 links. The first link, you can join there in the program. 2, you can find my expand plan. And 3, you can reach out for support. There's a WhatsApp group right there. If you need questions, if you need anything, we're here to support your journey. We are here. I just take this from this free class. I just don't want you to do this by yourself. Don't do this by yourself anymore. If you have questions, we're here to support you. We're here to navigate this together. Okay? And then, if you're ready, the doors are open. And I want you to repeat this with me. I want you to take the time and repeat this with me. I am not broken. I want you to write it in the comments. I am not broken. I don't need fixing. I need safety. Write it in the comments. I am not broken. I don't need fixing. I need safety. I need you to believe this. I need you to believe this. I need you to believe that there's something inside of you that's screaming to you and that knows that your life is ready for the version of you that you wanted so much. I need you to believe that. If you take anything from this, and if I see you, because I promise you, if you're ready, you're going to join. You're not going to hesitate about this. You're going to be there. Remember, we got a support team that if you have questions, it doesn't matter. It could be if you think it's a stupid question, please do. Please write it down because that's what we want. We don't want you to have questions with you that are blocking you for your future. And I want you to think about this. When you feel like you're not broken and you're staying here, you're listening to what I'm saying. Like, you're here and you're like, oh, Isaura, I'm here. I'm here. I need you to understand there's nothing to fix about you. You're not broken. You need safety. Okay? My team is here to support you. And if you have questions, you don't have to figure it out alone. I wish I could have this, what I needed. But since I didn't have it, I'm going to bring it to you so you don't have to repeat what I repeat. That's when you use your identity to help other people, the woman, to understand that. And if something inside of you say yes, listen, join here in this group. Join here. My team is here in the chat. You can find the link and the questions. Okay. I cannot wait to see you inside. This is the next chapter for you. Remember, I'm here for you. My team is here for you. We're here for you to create the life that you actually want, but it starts with you. It starts with your identity. Okay? I am going to leave you. We still are going to have our WhatsApp group. And remember this, I am ready if you're ready. I love you. And I am so proud of you for staying this